You have those 8 seconds.
I'm
no,
not.
sorry, in the lane.
In the lane. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he's gonna be blood raging too much in the lane, but I feel like Silencer off lane is probably gonna be forced to play like more of a utility hero, where like the Bloodseeker, he's gonna get Wraith Bands, Phase Boots, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see Toby being able to like stand his ground, but this is it is a very snowbally hero. I get what you're saying. Like I have seen Silencers do that, but it's just such an absurd concept that it's hard to like make that. It's hard to be confident in that prediction, you know.
So what do you like? You like it for like Greaves, perhaps? Is that the idea you're thinking? Like after the basic utility items, what do you build on him?
Man, I mean, you could go for the Veil. Like you could just copy like the 5 Silencer build and get it earlier, like Veil 4 staff. That's probably pretty good.
That's a good idea.
But I also, the idea of Greaves is not that bad either. They're playing in multiple silences. Would be pretty good.
Yeah, because I mean the hero actually has a pretty decent stat game. Has a good agility game, particularly. He actually tanks up with armor.
Sure.
For being an int hero, mind you, right? So maybe we'll see. I am very curious about this concept. I actually don't think the Bloodseeker deals well with burst damage.
Radiant's courier
or heroes that can trade well against him. So I actually like the ideal.
And of course, more lane cutting shenanigans, which we're seeing in pretty much every game.
Oh, does the I don't think bottom lane can do that.
Let's see. Top lane, Fishman is.
Same thing. Dragging away each to each other.
Yep. And they're playing around with each other. Is Save gonna pick up a second wave? Is that what's going on here?
I guess.
Yes, that's going to be a second wave pickup there. Fishman only has 1 wave, so this is actually good for Bet Boom.
It's wild. This is what's happening right now.
This is Dota, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it for about another week.
Why is this the way to play the lanes now? Just collect wave after wave after wave. And hope you have more waves than your opponent.
Yeah, Nightfall. Man, you know, if he can make it... Okay, he's not going to take the wave behind the tower because he didn't hit the timing. If he did, like, you could use this wave to deny so many creep waves.
Yeah, you can. I mean, that's what they're doing, right?
They're going to do it, but you know, if you're doing it here, you're doing it in a range where Watson can actually run up and...
Oh, and hit the creep.
CS. Sure. Yeah. If you're doing it behind the tower, it's like... Geez, what is he going to TP in, you know?
Look at this. Arcane Curse. There's the last word. He's already running around. Naomi's chasing after him. He's still got the Arcane Surfs on him. Is that going to be enough residual damage? One more second, one more tick. Not quite. But he can't come close to lane. And Bloodseeker really hates buying regen items. Really hates it. Not really up to him, though. He gets a Blood Right. That was one nice last hit with a Blood Right. Impressive.
I like these. He's pinging Toronto Tokyo to, like, put these creeps low so we can blast at them, man. This is dangerous.
They throw the tree onto him, but the Arcane Curse came a little bit early. So as a result, they didn't get the extra ticks during the last word. So it wasn't the perfect execution there. They didn't maximize. They were a little bit too greedy. And now they can punish the Silencer, but he has nice armor. He has a cape too, like Rubick, so that's why he has good armor.
Right, huge armor.
Actually, look, 4 armor.
Yeah.
It's all these cape heroes, Jenkins.
Their armor is too good, yeah.
It's too good. The cape is the real plate mail. Meanwhile, Center has 1.
Yeah, that makes sense because he's got legs.
Tiny is a rock and he has 0.
Heroes with legs have low armor. Everybody knows that as...
Oh, if your legs are covered, you mean?
Right.
You have more armor?
Exactly.
Because the weakest part of a human being is the shin. Right? That's what everyone knows.
That is not the case. As Kataomi, bottom lane. I don't know why I pronounced it like that, but yeah, very volatile.
The Pokemon Kataomi.
That's right. On both sides, like, Pure was so close to going down here. I would have hated to have admitted that you were. It's like, oh man, Alvo, you're right. Silencer dumpsters Bloodseeker in this lane. But I really thought it was gonna go more like this. And they're doing a great job on Bet Boom at like keeping them low.
Yeah, to maximize the Thirst now. And with Thirst, Toby will struggle. And once you get the Face Boots, I would imagine this lane does stabilize for the Bloodseeker.
Oh yeah, for sure. Top lane though, Nature's Prophet. This is one of the best heroes to save. Although it's kind of like who's catching who situation.
Yeah, you're surrounded by a Trim Predator and Treants. You don't know which one's the real one. It's hard to actually attack them.
Very confusing situation.
But you're right that he trades well, but to have kill potential against Trim Predator, he must probably make a mistake. That's not gonna probably happen until.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially because Nature's Prophet is supposed to beat the Death Prophet in lane. Like it's a lane counter. It's one of the highest winner heroes in the game in general against the Death Prophet. It's mid lane. How's this lane going? Seems about even.
What would you say is the matchup usually favored towards? We've seen this matchup a couple of times. Oh, wait, bottom? The silencer doesn't quite kill the Rubick again, but they're trying. Tokyo with the damage from Kataomi. They actually give the first one to Toby. No extra intelligence, lots of extra gold. But Pure's not going to chase him down. Toby just going back to his tower. He'll have to swallow that blood right. The infused raindrops won't help him against it, but he has a magic wand, so he'll go. Now they go on for more lane dragging shenanigans.
And yeah, Pure's gonna try to connect it. Unfortunately, the creeps don't run as quickly as he does. He does get the ranged creep. Once again, another double wave somehow spawned down here.
I will say, even if the damage they're dealing is pretty high, the trading is going well for Entity. Toby's last hits are pathetic right now. 9 last hits to 20 of the
Yeah, they focused on killing, and that, yeah, they committed a lot to those kills early. Betboom played the lane really well and got Pure back up to healthy HP as Stormer. Yeah, the typical Clockwerk going mid, but there's no runes, so that wasn't for any like rune rotation. He's just got nothing to do top. Now he realized, okay, the rune's spawning. I'm just gonna stay here, guys.
This is a very classic wasting time support where you're right. You can't do anything top, so you might as well go mid.
Yeah.
Whereas Kataomi has a much stronger rotation here because he refills the bottle.
Coiled.
I think it's fine. Look at this.
Under attack.
They can break the coil now with the telekinesis, perhaps. Now he's not fine because the Rubick's nearby. Storm makes the Fairy Fire. That won't be sufficient. He dies to the cogs actually there, or GPK's auto attacks. That gave Russian Harry Potter another kill.
That's right, very good at laning, just like Harry Potter is excellent at casting spells with his wand. GPK is the Harry Potter of the Dota universe.
Yeah, he was fantastic in the school of laning magic.
That's right.
That's true. That's why he played fun.
That's right. What the hell is Save doing all the way back there, bro?
Save is trying to find a meaning to his existence right now.
This is
okay, that's a deep ward.
Gets a deep ward down. Yeah, that's nice.
It's a better use of his time than nothing.
That's true. And Stormer, he actually TP top.
Oh, that was good dogs.
He's gonna find Save. This should.
Yeah, we have to limit the last to it if you want him. Yeah, the Firefly can't get on top of him. Now the last one's gonna be forced unless he thinks he has enough damage, and he does. Stormer, good calculation.
Yeah.
Save tried to be cheeky, didn't work out.
And he is maxing the sticky napalm, so he's not doing his like farming build. I mean, he may go 3-0.
He spoke so well about that, and it's just where did it
because it was a different patch. Like that was before sticky napalm did the application
Toby,
damage.
What a play! Did you see that?
No.
Put down an Armwood branch to block the Bloodseeker from coming after him, and TP's right after him.
Not exactly the best thing that you want for a 14-4 silencer, though. He is slowly, pathetically walking back to the lane level 4 against the level 5 Bloodseeker. Yeah, this is a last pick hero too. So you usually want your last pick hero to be some like trump card, and it is not looking like that so far. But we'll see when he gets his levels, if he can manage to get them.
Yeah, I think the issue with that was the initial onslaught where they almost killed the Bloodseeker needed to be a kill, and that would have set the tempo for the lane. But because they committed so many spells, and they committed so much time, and they didn't get the kill, it felt like a waste.
That 2 minutes where they were zoned out at like 10% HP was absolutely disastrous for the lane.
It was. Against a Bloodseeker, you just can't afford to do that.
People are so good at laning right now in Dota 2. Like, it just feels like one bad dive like that, it just ruins the entire lane, which makes the last pick silencer feel really shitty. It ruins the entire game. Like, yeah, it's looking rough for Entity. We'll see what they can do with their other heroes that are doing well. Storm's trying to make stuff happen. So's Betboom on the top lane, though. They're looking to go for the dive. Chaos Coil.
The illusory go in. The exorcism is committed as well. Watson can no longer TP here. He's just going to accept death as he constantly tries to TP. Finally hit save a little bit. Kataomi's nearby. They have Dream Coil, the Bad Rider, trying to get a silence with a waning rift. Sorry, I can't get the lasso out. As Fishman follows as well. Stormer finally catches up to the Death Prophet with the Firefly. They guarantee the skill on Nightfall, but they can't quite finish off GPK, saving the similar position. And Toby with a 1 point in Glaives. He just doesn't want to die here, but Tokyo has vision of him. He has the infused raindrops. We have the telekinesis as well, it seems like, but at least Toby will hug the tower, and with the help of Watson, they're able to turn this around as Pure's the target, but he's just so low. Pure's way too fast right now.
Yep, so still volatile in the bot lane. Obviously favoring the hero who has 21 denies here, though, so Pure will eventually heal up. Toby Toby might be in a little bit of danger down here. Toronto Tokyo looks for him. The trees. Yeah, he's pinging. He's like, dude, he's in here, man.
Yeah. What is the use of a silencer that lost his lane? How do you turn this? You just go support full on?
He is doing that. He's going for the mana boots here, so he's going to play
Greaves?
like spellcaster. It could be Greaves, maybe it's just mana boots because mana boots are OP, and then you know he plays with like the Veil and the Force Staff still. You should do either, but he's not going for this like Dragonlance silencer build.
I don't think physical silencers are going to be worth it, honestly. Fishman?
Treant is quite the hero, guys. That is
level 2 leash seed, level 2 living armor. No more damage for this guy.
That is something. So that is one thing the Entity does have going for them is that whole like shenanigan that happened top. The tower did not go down because the dive from Betboom came out. It wasn't just for the tower. They didn't focus the tower. They focused on getting kills. So Fishman can sit up here and defend this for as long as he likes. God, by the way, look at Nightfall's build. Max Crypt Swarm, not Spirit Siphon.
Really?
Yep, so sticking to his like farming play style.
I mean, that's what Betboom
less
likes.
safe. It is, yeah. But the thing is, like, when you go for the max Siphon, it means like you can push up farther. And like, I think in the last fight, if he had 3 levels in Siphon, he maybe gets a kill on Stormstormer and survives. One of those weird things like this does
Pure. Oh, they got a kill! Of course, with the help of Watson, but Watson's actually ganking his off laner in this lane. We might just still have a TP from Watson. The Lost Word will give Vision of Toronto Tokyo, and they'll get 2 kills for Toby. And because he's a point in Glaives, he's actually getting intelligence off these. Look at Toby, he's finally enrolled in preschool. 4 intelligence.
Thank goodness, he is. He needed that, man, desperately. And he's actually, he's going back for the Falcon Blade. Picks up the Possessed Mask too.
Oh,
so
no.
We might actually see him do a physical silencer build. After getting a kill like that, he's feeling like a Chad.
This is not good. It's the moment, it's the fake confidence, right?
Yeah.
This is when the ego rises a little bit too much.
Right.
And then 20 minutes in, you still only have Falcon Blade in your inventory.
Oh, no. I mean, it's a great 4-staff game.
It is.
I mean, any game against Clockwerk, but forcing away from the DP ult, you want to disengage from that. You can force out of the Rubick lift. Even forcing out of the coil is not that bad. Even though it snaps it does get you out of the fight.
You snap, like, your teammate snaps the coil, and then you force him out of it, right? That's the optimal play against the coil.
Sure, yeah. The only thing is, like, Bloodseeker obviously forced out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It does deal damage when you force
it does, but you can force out of his silence, too. So it's really, it's not the worst thing. But we'll see if he goes for 4-staff. You can go for like a casual Falcon Blade and still not build into a right-click silencer. Like that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But perhaps I'm just coping.
No, you're right. It's a good item, regardless. Right? See the attempt at Fishman's life. There's the silence to try to save Fishman. Fishman in the trees. The ghosts are after him. There's an overgrowth. They're attempting to use it, but Toby TP to die as Fishman in a similar position just gets destroyed.
Are fortified.
Very confident TP from Toby.
Yeah, there's the confidence that you talked about there, the ego.
Yeah, and now they catch up to the batter, perhaps. They toss back the Clockwerk. Kataomi wants to sacrifice himself so Stormstormer can live. They even re-engage here. We do have a lasso, so Stormstormer can try to fight this with Watson, but Stormstormer's falling a little bit too low here. Kataomi's already dead. Save utilizing the cogs, pushing Stormstormer away, and he'll have to desist here. As Watson TPs. Oh, GPK? Did he just get baited by that TP? I didn't have a way to cancel it. And now GPK is getting hunted down by Fishman. Or no, he's doing the hunting. He's in the trees. He wants Fishman. The Virtualing Green has been utilized, and GPK, he's done. He wants to just leave, go back home, TP, let this tower fall to another hero.
Yeah, so this entire time, I mean, Entity is just hard committing to defending the tower. And then Betboom are hard committing to like, okay, you want to defend the tower with a bunch of heroes? Well, we'll just kill them, and eventually we'll get the tower.
Okay. Shenanigans happening all over this top lane as Toby gets caught by Save. He tries to fight back, but Save might just be stronger than Toby right now. The healing from Leechy will help him. They're trying to spread out the battery assault as well. Toby finally gets close to the tower. Extra armor helping him as well with a little bit more regen. And Save need a slow. Arcane Curse will do it and might just take him down. As we go to the other side, it's Nightfall who's being chased after by 2 heroes, but the damage is a little bit lacking. The Treants might get vision for the rest of the nature to finish him off. Will they reach him? Will they have vision in time? It hits all the creeps, but not Nightfall, who's too fast. Almond just dead, fighting the carry. It's a little Bloodseeker who turns into a pig and now into a ham.
Dude, he couldn't quelling himself out because he picked rolled there.
I think he panicked. I think he panicked, pressed all the buttons.
Maybe he tried to press the quelling blade and it was on the, like,
Yeah,
scratching his face or something, and then he put his hand left on the keyboard.
This actually happens a lot to me.
It does happen a lot, yeah. We're terrible, though.
Yeah, that's true. But pro players, so I hear this thing, I don't know if it's true, but they're humans, and we are humans too?
I'm not sure about that.
I don't know if Pure
Radiant's
is.
bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know. I've never asked him.
I mean, one of your teammates is not a human, so that's maybe why we're doubting it a little bit more.
There's a lot of unhumans in the casting scene.
Yeah?
I'm
Who
pretty sure
is the biggest one?
I'm pretty sure Cinderin is the prior version of Chat GPT.
It's true.
Because I've had more emotional conversations with Chat GPT than I have with Cinder.
In the future version of Sphere, when he actually develops emotions,
That's right.
but there's something just uncanny.
He's smoking across the map, of course, also an uncanny act.
Yeah, that's very uncanny, very uncommon these days. Really unnerving when you see this. That's why Watson is into the trees. He beat the uncanny valley, went back to his tower, decided to go to the triangle to be safe.
He sniffed it out. He knew something. He knew something
Toby,
was up there.
He is gonna go for creeps, by the way. I see mech queued, but Toby, you don't have mech yet, so you are very screwed. If they go on him, he could just
Radiant
die.
structures are fortified.
A lot of harassment towards the Bloodseeker,
Radiant's
but guys,
bottom
it's a
tower is
Bloodseeker.
under attack.
Guess what? He has thirst. He's fine. He doesn't care.
Oh, Fishman gets the deny top, man. After blocking them from taking this tower for so long, getting the deny. That feels like the perfect way
Emotional damage.
to end the story of the tower defense on Tree and Protector. God, that feels good. But then you're Tree and you don't have a tier 1. You're like, what is my purpose now?
Yep.
Well, Matumba after winning a TI is like, what am I supposed to do now?
Yeah, that's true. So now Fishman,
Radiant's
he'll have to find a new purpose.
bottom tower is under
He's
attack.
defending tier 2. Doesn't feel the same. Doesn't feel right. So that's why he's putting his living armor in the tier 1. Nope, the hope shot. Sabasanza once again is save versus Toby, and we know how this goes. Toby just can't deal with save, especially with the help of the puck. The Blood Right cover stays escape. The rest of them go for GPK, but they kill his courier instead.
Yeah, so ends up being a 1-for-1. Fishman has now moved himself towards the mid lane. This is now his duty to protect this tower. I mean, Stormstormer with the Boots of Travel is going to take top. Very close to his BOT, BKB, by the way.
He's actually found a purpose. He's standing near the tower. You can see now there's more fire in his eyes. He has passion now. Right. Now he's looking at this tower.
Oh yeah, he realized there's a tier 1 still alive, ladies and gentlemen. One that matters, of course. The bot one does not matter. Nobody gives a shit about that one.
Especially if you're dying. It's actually the most useless
It's so
tier 1
useless,
in the game.
yeah.
At least for Radiant, there's the argument of a little bit of Roche control.
Yeah. If you ever feel useless, just look at the bottom tier 1 tower on Dire.
Okay, last word plus Avatos. That should kill Taran Tokyo. A little more intelligent Toby. How much is he? 12. Wow. He's in grade school now.
Not bad, actually. Feeling okay in this game. I don't know if he's feeling okay. I just said that. He's 4-2-3 actually. He's not doing too bad.
I look, considering his lane, the fact that he's even having a game.
Yeah,
a big win.
Like the Clockwerk, basically solo kills feel pretty bad, but that's a Clockwerk for silencer. Like that is kind of how the matchup goes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's got his back flying out, by the way, silencer, so he's going to be feeling a lot better at fighting here. I like that Save is just jungling the enemy camps.
Again, he is the other support without a purpose, right?
Yeah.
This whole game, his purpose has been kill silencer. That's it.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got more things to list off. I'm happy to hear them.
I don't think Save has any of them, so he's now might as well farm. He's putting a lot of deep wards, to be fair. And he is winning that kind of like vision game.
Radiant's
He's
bottom
being annoying.
tower
I mean, this is kind of cool. I like what he's doing. Sitting on the enemy side, like this is kind of how Dota is right now. People don't group up in 5-man. Even if there wasn't a Tree and Protector in this game, like people play really split. This is a lot of Tundra's influence from TI, just playing the map really well and taking like fights only when you have your timings, only on your terms, taking unfair fights, dishonest fights. That's the word that they like to use for it.
Dyer's
Actually,
middle
they say
tower
we should not take any. Yeah, don't take honest fights in Dota. There's no reason to.
It's like a very, I mean, I see the unfair fight. You saw it, it just seems like you're adding a moral.
Radiant
That's what makes it memorable, though. Skeeter was screaming at me in a pub. I was going on people. He's Nagasar, and he's like, why are we taking honest fights? I'm Naga. I just split push. They have to go back. They have to defend. If they go gank me, I song out. You know, same thing with Nature's Prophet. You have global TP. Why not just force them somewhere and global TP somewhere else?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I see your point. And now a lot of people are doing this playstyle for sure. Entity were always a little bit of death ball. It does seem like Watson has calmed them down in that sense a little bit.
They said in an interview as well that like they learned the word back, and that's a big improvement that they've made recently.
That's a great
in their
great
gameplay.
answer.
Yeah. And yeah, they're not playing as balls to the wall as we've seen from Entity and some other games,
Which gives them a lot more consistency.
Yep.
They're certainly not the team now that can beat anyone, I feel, but they're certainly a team that is good. Just straight up. Like they're slowly progressing towards tier 1. It's pretty impressive.
They're definitely tier 1. Look, I know what you mean though. They're not the team where it's like, oh yeah,
the top
could go any way.
Yes,
It's like
that's fair.
It's like yeah, they're just one of the teams to beat now.
Any team at the major, to be fair, is tier 1, so I agree with you. But
That is true. That is true.
the top dogs, they're not quite there yet, but this might be the major where they get to prove themselves.
When you're surrounded by like SEA teams and SA teams too, it's hard to be like, this is the team that can take any game. It's like, okay, well, there's 2 other regions that are kind of known for that here.
Yes, for some reason.
Yeah.
They've specialized in winning against everyone and also specialized in losing against everyone.
This is correct.
This game has become, well, we expected this. We thought it would be 60-minute games, right? That's what it is.
Yeah, this is what BetBoom do. I mean, people
Just farm, man.
people
They really
people
like
have
farm.
criticized this team for this, but I also think
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
there's an element of like these guys are also individually skilled that
A prize.
into region like in their region they're kind of used to just winning all the lanes, farming, kind of playing like a pub, and then just outskilling at some point with like items on all their heroes. Nobody really gets to be the primary core, carries the game.
Okay, they found Kataomi, but immediate global silence. Kataomi is capable of, for now, making it out, tossing. Yep, save is locked in place. That's going to be sufficient. They thwart this attempt at anyone's life. And now BetBoom, you can hear their comms, right? Guys, we should have just been farming. What is this bullshit?
Yeah, that's right, that's right. The supports got bored, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because the supports aren't farming. I mean, honestly,
Who cares about the supports? It's the hierarchy in this team, okay?
the hierarchy matters, that's right. Harry Potter, of course, is at the top of the hierarchy here.
Under attack.
But the thing is, like, pushing into or trying to gank into living armor and then the global silence is that's not really a combination people are used to, because usually it's the silencer that's replacing the trees position.
Right, exactly. But this time you have an
There's both of them. There's both of them in the same game.
Who is going for Greaves, by the way. He will finish up his Greaves. And in a really respectable timing.
Yeah,
Considering the lane was trapped.
yeah, it's not bad. I mean, he's like 3K below Nightfall on the other side.
Yes, yes, but he is a silencer.
Yeah, and Nightfall did max out his Crypt Swarm.
Yeah, very greedy build. Look, at least I like that they're consistent about the fact that they want to farm. Why would I ever get Spirit Siphon?
Yeah, it makes sense.
They just want to hit creeps. That's their specialty, hitting creeps.
I mean, honestly, it does feel good to max out Crypt Swarm because you one-shot range creeps for just a little bit.
Oh, that feels so good.
To the point where, and then, like, very early on, you stop one-shotting range creeps, so you have to max it out if you want to at some point.
And that satisfaction carries you throughout the whole game. Like, that feel good is too important.
It's
Dire's
psychological.
middle
It really
tower
is.
under
Something
attack.
about one-shotting a creep wave or a specific creep is probably the best feeling in Dota. So people like PA, because they one-shot heroes that look like creep.
Yeah, that is right. Unless you build Diffusal Blade Mantis style on PA, then...
I hear that was a very innovative build from Fart SJ.
Right, it's a Div 2 NA player. Very important to reference him.
Yes, yes, yes.
Radiant
He used to be an
are
Arkosh, I think.
Oh, there's no player by that name in Arkosh. I think a Pale Horse.
You mean Tim Fala? Was that not his name?
I think so. The toss back to lift.
Okay, global silence on top of this, but the Greaves dispel it, so the... Oh, never mind. She's screwed. They had last word the whole time. Bye-bye DP, bye-bye Toronto Tokyo. Rupture, because now he felt like he contributed to the fight, but the lasso he ignored the rupture completely. He needed the BKB. Save will do his namesake and save the Bloodseeker.
That was very close to Fishman also hitting the overgrowth on the BKB Bloodseeker. Like, it was very close. That could have been more disastrous than it was.
That was quite messy, though. That team fight was quite messy.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is why BetBoom wants to go
Radiant's
just
middle
split
tower
push and
is
farm now. Right? It's like, we can't, guys. We can't trust each other. None of us trust each other. Let's just go farm, and one of us hopefully will 1v5 at some point.
Guys, we do best in props.
Radiant's
Let's just
middle
play
tower
like this is a fun. I don't know, it does feel, I agree with your point you said, right? You have 2 counter initiation sources. How do you deal with this? You need best coordination for that.
And it's also the Trant factor. Like, Vetboom knows that they have to bring all of their heroes mid to commit to the tower if they want to take it against the living armor.
Right. Oh, true, actually.
And so they're like committing everything on the Death Prophet. They're like running like the Rubick in there too to try to protect him. And then all of a sudden like the global comes out and you're just fighting to like better team fight at this point, you know?
It's like a ticking time clock in your head as well. It's saying like, we haven't done something in like 5 minutes. Shouldn't we do something? Isn't this what Dota's about? Pushing objective, whatever, and then they force this?
Tree totally messes with that clock.
Yes, it does.
Because it's like normally when you can like go take the mid tower, it's just impossible. You have to figure out how to play Dota without having tier 1s. And there are ways to do it, like cutting creep waves and stuff, but it's just not normal.
There are certain heroes that excel more at this, like heroes that can dive tier 2s, for example, and like and cut waves there. Got like the Pangos, the Timbersaws, or whatever. And those heroes do well.
Puck can definitely do that. I mean, Death Prophet like wants to push towers though, so playing in a tree just feels so weird.
It immediately became even more. They tried to catch up there. They will the hook shot. Got the Obi though, plus the silence. They just toss away the Bloodseeker like he's trash. They want to get rid of him. And now, with a lasso, they can actually get 2 kills perhaps, or at least 1 on save. Next objective is GPK, slowing it down, sticking napalm. He has 5 stacks, 6 stacks now. GPK, this poor man looks like a seagull. Look how much napalm is on him. Finally gets rid of the stacks here as they time out, and now the combination of the Transformer. They use the overgrowth hold on a BK Bloodseeker. Watson is the carry. He will just steal the Bloodseeker here, but the third steal might save him. Watson can't reach into the trees. They hit him with the last word with the curse of the silent, and that will be enough to catch out Pure. Remember, last word does give the shared vision of the Bloodseeker, so that's why he couldn't hide there.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely favoring Entity. In the end, they
somewhat though. It was kind of a.
It's somewhat, yeah. It was kind of even, but I think it started out pretty good for Vetboom, catching out Stormstormer there, like with the hook, and
it was a good start, yeah. Good
save from Katomi. The like toss back on the Bloodseeker. I think if the Rupture does end up coming out there on Stormstormer right at the start, that's just a well executed pickoff by Vetboom, but they turned it into an actually good fight for them, just based on the Tiny being there preemptively. So that was nice from him.
Oh, they know there's no toss back, or there's no toss like this. And they even try to do a cheeky play where they break the coil with the cogs. Not gonna work out. Late gear ignored as well. Toby's here. I cursed them, guys.
It is hard to push into curse though. Like that spell almost clears an entire creep wave.
That was most welcome.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's how much damage it does?
It's 100 base damage plus 300. So.
Oh, even with the talent?
Yeah. Crazy.
That's pretty good.
Radiant's top tower.
I just thought Sansa usually used to struggle with pushing waves.
Oh yeah, he did. Being able to one-shot range creeps too for last hits has been really nice for him in the laning stage. If you do play it as a core, I mean, this is the first core Silencer game I've seen in a long time. So.
Yeah. Even Whisper stopped playing.
Radiant.
I mean, actually, you know what? As a support, one-shotting the range creep isn't bad either.
No, of course.
Because supports often take.
He shoves the waves, you go to the dead lane, it's really useful for him. That's why the K builds being on dying, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see, you go for 4-step finally. So he'll be a little bit safer from the Clockwerk. Safer.
Yeah.
Save just messing.
Even if there's no Clockwerk, I love 4-staff against Death Prophet. Disengage from her ult. That's like one of the best ways of playing against her. TB, Death Prophet, like these sorts of heroes, it feels so tempting to just, like the way that you play the fight is like, you just don't fight when they ult. You just get away from it, you let like whoever gets initiated on, you just let them die, and then you fight when the thing's on cooldown. It's just such a tempting way to play around the hero, because it makes it so easy to execute.
The Rupture is very important.
Yes, that is one way that they can like anchor the fight. Same with, they've got coil, they've got the Clockwerk cogs, so it's not like 4-step is guaranteed escape by any means. There's options on both sides.
But even if you go, like, it really does have to, you have to rupture the right target. I guess it has to be the Bat Rider here?
Probably the Bat, yeah, he's like the best rupture target. Stormstormer, he's got a full Octarine core now, so
yeah, the guy.
My man's looking strong.
He didn't even go for the Firefly build, just farms fast.
Yep. Firefly build definitely a lot less common these days, as he's keeping mid, so they're looking to fight this one.
Okay. When They just saying, all right, if Beppu don't want to come at us, I guess we'll just keep on farming. After all, Watson is
I think given
ridiculously farmed.
I think given how the fight or how the game has been going up to this point, they thought there was gonna be like a 5-man Beppu rotation to mid.
Yes, mid.
But Beppu has finally stopped like throwing their faces to the mid tower into the tree.
Yeah, Tree has garnered enough frustration. Sorry.
Yes.
As far as Tokyo. Oh, I thought it was Greaves. It was actually the Death Prophet's Greaves, of course. Toby gets a little bit more intelligence. 26. Okay, now he's at university, so he's graduating.
Yeah.
This he's gold player.
He's in PhD levels. He can
You
kind
think-
of he can submit the application at this point.
Yeah, they'll consider it maybe. If he's friends like a professor or something.
Of course, the double damage directly in front of the Roche pit is classic, but
Yeah.
you know, Nature's Prophet, not exactly. You know, it's not like a Morphling DD or something like that. It's, you know, you'd rather him not have that, but...
Yes, but this Nature's Prophet right now is bling bling Mr. Bunny Bags, right? He's
That is true. He's
full
a big
on
boy.
5K above the enemy
Yeah.
carry.
It is hard to Roche against a Clockwerk, like even
winning.
Yeah, even if you have a hero dead, like you still don't want him to potentially steal it, and like the puck can orb in and stuff. So that boom actually has really good Roche poke. Sometimes you have lineups that like can't throw stuff into the Roche pit, but every single one of the Bet Boom heroes has something that they can throw in there.
Yeah, that's true. Ball is also very good for the Roche pit.
Yep.
Okay, we'll see what the next move is as Bet Boom is just gonna smoke up, right?
It looks like they're grouped up for a smoke. Might not have
Maybe
one.
they just wanted to.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have one.
There's a little bit of friendship hug you do sometimes.
Yeah, they're just sticking together as 5. They're afraid. I mean, they're right. Entity is as 5 as well. It's just they're not on the move. They're not looking for any kills right now.
No, I think they're waiting for the next item. What, the MP or Roche, of course.
Jeez, they wait. Oh, looks like save is okay. Not
Play
play.
break. Does send him back. Also, the Nam is fucking free.
No. It's like an auto. It's like an instant attack. That's a
But
weird
it's
one.
targeted, right?
Yeah, it's weird because you like if you throw the tree and then Rubick steals a spell, you hit tree grab.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, it is.
What if you, I mean, Clock would make sense if you throw Wrench back.
That would make
Like
sense.
each
You
hero
just give him
throws their own thing.
another hook shot, like because that's what he would throw, right? Is the hook.
Oh, right, then he hook shots.
Yeah.
That would be the
So,
biggest counter
yeah.
to Tiny.
Imagine programming such an interaction. What a waste of time.
I mean, in an ability arena, isn't it that when you get Gleans of Wisdom, you just throw whatever stick you have?
Yes, that is true. And Huskar throws himself for some reason. I don't know why.
I didn't know that.
It's also, yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
So in ability draft, if you get Blades on Huskar, he throws himself.
And also, like, I think Rubick...
Oh, because the spears are actually a part of himself, right? Because they're imbued with his blood. That's why. It's actually accurate towards
It's
lore.
a lore thing.
It's
Yeah,
a
the
lore
model guy at Valve.
It's just a big
lore.
geek, man.
Right, because Valve is known to really care about the lore in
Radiant
Dota. They're
scanning.
very well known for that.
Right. Don't you get the usual package every Christmas as a Dota caster where they tell you the updated lore?
Of course, yeah.
You can find it at our Dota 2 spot. That's where you.
I don't know what that is.
That's where you find the best.
I have no idea what that is. Speaking of smut, I don't know. I don't know how to segue that. It's like Toby's getting fucked in that. What? Please. No, he's doing fine. I mean, he's actually. He was in the laning phase, but he's perfectly fine now.
Yeah.
He's doing perfectly fine. That's the Force staff now.
Okay, Lasso as well. They cut GPK. Goodbye.
He took so much damage so quickly there. It's like he was taking pure damage.
Yeah, you could say that he took so much damage, he's just being lit up.
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, I'm serious. Look at the camera. Those one blinding white light.
Like smash his computer, just goes, what?
He's looking at how many, he look at Wikipedia, the stats of Shadow Amulet, that's how he does it.
Oh, good lord. Oh, the Shadow Amulet.
No, I mean, Beppu seems to be pretty good. Once they stopped throwing themselves at the tier 1 tower, they seem pretty composed.
Yeah, they're farming, but that means Entity, and they've gotten bored, so they're like
Dyer's
running around
middle
and smoking
tower is under
themselves.
attack.
Well, you're not gonna push the tower. Well, yeah, we'll take some kills on you here. Okay, Betboom sees this. They had a sentry and a ward on the high ground, so yeah, they know what's up. So this secures Entity, the Roche pit, though.
It does.
Betboom on the smoke because they go for like a full wraparound here. They don't have a smoke.
They're gonna try anyway, just going in. It seems like
Dyer's middle
Nightfall
tower
leading the
is
fray.
under attack.
Their smoke's on the courier, so I think what they want to do is
Rocket Flare constantly, make sure they're not finishing the Roche.
And then go for a wraparound play here, if they're going to fight in the pit, or around the pit.
Okay, first UD ward to get sure that the smoke actually works. Oh, this is very disciplined from Bedlam.
And the trains are being a little annoying. Like, it is projected, right? It's pretty obvious what's about to happen here.
Yes.
So,
it's just impossible for them to smoke. And now, it's taken so long that maybe how obvious it is.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
I like this from Entity, by the way. Like, keeping Stormstormer bot, and they've got Fishman in the pit, but they're farming on the other side of the map.
Oh, it's a gem as well, so he's also on the dewarding duty.
They're looking for a play here between Watson and Stormstormer.
Yeah, but they can't find anyone.
This bot area just feels so bad to like make any plays in because it's so far away from Roche Pit. It's super dangerous if you screw it up.
Now a wraparound, hopefully a surprise, because obviously Bloodseeker, they just saw the TP. Or, well, I don't think they caught him because it was nighttime, actually. This is going to come as a surprise to Watson. This is perfect. And they catch up to him. Global Silence immediately. No Rupture now is available because we have a Manta style of Pure, and there's a BKB TP from Watson. The illusions blocked the hook shot, and now they even get the Bloodseeker. Goodbye to Pure. They have an overgo. They want to continue this. Fishman's happy to die for this, as long as they can get some kills off it. The buybacks are immediate. Pure also wants to join the second time. Save with a Rocket Flare. They get a little bit of residual damage on the save, and they do finish up on Tokyo. Kataomi is quite tanky. Is he tanky enough to survive this, though? It doesn't seem likely. He is just going to tank the exorcism for his teammates as they all wail on this Death Prophet that tries to TP it and accomplishes it in time. Bet Boom will only lose supports here.
But that's a pure buyback. Like, that is probably the biggest deal there. Now you kill the Bloodseeker in the next fight by doing the exact same thing, and all of a sudden the game just instantly ends right there. I mean, this should be Roshan for Entity. The supports, I think, for Bet Boom are pretty important to defend the Roche Pit. Yeah, they're pinging it now. They're going to go for it. It's also pretty low. But yeah, pure not having buyback. That's a really... They're on thin ice here on Bet Boom.
Yeah, those team fights are... The more chaotic team fights go, the harder it is for Bet Boom to even play, especially if the Bloodseeker gets killed like that so early. He's the only hero that thrives in chaos in this game.
It's a little weird, like, being against a Train Protector is so annoying as a carry, because you have to get a Manta, which means he doesn't have the Basher, which means when Watson BKB TP's out, and then of course there was the beautiful illusion block that happened there.
I mean, it wasn't a beautiful, it was his own illusion.
For Watson, it was very, very beautiful.
Yeah, as he watched the Bloodseeker block his team.
So it's actually doing the opposite effect to have the Manta style there. You could have had the Basher, and then he bashes the TP, right?
Sure. I just feel like that is one of those plays where, depending on the team, it's tilt.
Oh, that's a tilt play for sure. Oh yeah, that's. I mean, then again, it is Save. I don't know. I feel like Save is probably one of the.
He's the calmest one.
He's the calm one.
Yeah, it seems like it.
But he also did say he was, sitting out seasons in Dota, waiting for like a good opportunity to play a team, and finally he's got this one, and there's like Mo Tilt happening. Then he's, what the hell? Guys.
I mean, he does have Edo Tensei on his name, right? Which is the Naruto thing where they revive. It's the Naruto technique where they revive people, right? So it's like he's back alive. Huh. That's the joke he's making. So I think he's having a little bit tongue-in-cheek.
All right.
Okay. Let's analyze each name from each pro player to see what mood they're feeling right now.
Sure. Anybody else have a
Radiant's
Toby's little girlfriend?
Jenny? But Lenny. Well, that's Lenny. So boyfriend.
Lenny? No, I think it's from Mice and Men, right? Lenny. No. He's George's brother, so that means that Toby's planning to sacrifice himself at the end of the tournament. If someone will shoot him in the back of the head.
Oh God, that's just Abe Lincoln him.
I mean, that's what happens in the book. I can't imagine.
Okay.
Either that, or he's ready to kill mice, because that's something else Lenny does in the book.
Damage.
I never read this book. I read Lord of the Flies instead, I think.
Mice and Men is really good, and just because they both have animals does not mean they're even remotely similar. Steinbeck, it's like the quintessential American author.
You are right. I did reference it because of the animals.
You're Canadian.
Yeah.
So you can't read the the American.
It's in American. Yeah, it's in American.
Oh, you can't read it, right?
Yeah.
What do your books start like? Hey, Hoser, pay attention.
Okay. All right, let's relax there, buddy. All right, you relax, bud.
You know, you're trying to sound Canadian, you just go more nasal, and it just reminds me of Shrek.
Make me take my freaking gloves off there, buddy.
I would be more afraid of a Canadian than of a man. You guys play hockey, that's a dangerous sport.
I wouldn't. Hockey?
It's a dangerous sport.
Yeah.
It's a much more dangerous sport than what it... Oh, actually, basketball player? No.
You know, in Canada, it's illegal to fight people.
That tends to be the case in most countries.
But you can like, come here, bud, you want to fight? Like, you can do that. But then the moment
you can only taunt them.
The moment you punch a guy, you're doing something
Dire's
illegal.
top tower
Again,
is
that's the
under
case in
attack.
most...
I think in America, it's like, dude, you called him on, man. That's why he hit you. You know, you deserved it.
You
It's
think the policeman comes by and tells him
Radiant's
that?
middle
the police comes by and then he starts wailing us well, dude. We're talking America here, all right?
Okay. I'm gonna... I can't answer this.
You're vetoing that?
I'm vetoing
That's
you.
fair. Well, not much going on in this game until this point where I did hear smoke come out.
No, it's back to Bet Boom style. They're farming
yeah.
lanes. They're just trying to keep consistency. Is the Bloodseeker the best hero for this situation, though? Not really, right? Like, he scales kind of poorly compared to an MP.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bloodseeker scaling is pretty good. Like, I think
Really?
I think people
Well, you're against the
underestimate.
world.
I think people underestimate the shard, and I think carry players will. If you asked a carry player, they would say yes, Bloodseeker has good scaling. I think if you ask non-carry players that haven't touched Bloodseeker since like the shard and
Radiant's top
this
tower
Basher
is
build
under
of like the
attack.
Swift Link,
Radiant's top
then
tower
yeah,
is
they'll
falling.
say that it's not that good. So against Nature's Prophet, the thing is Nature's Prophet has the best BAT in the damn game and the best stat gain in the
Does he
damn
actually
game.
have the best BAT in the game? What's his BAT?
I think it's 1.3. I think so. It's like either the same as Jug or close to Jug.
Jug is 1.4.
Radiant's top
Is it?
tower
So is Nature's
under
really
attack.
better?
Timber.
I might be wrong about
I
the
know
number,
that
but they just
Mage and
reduced it.
Jug are the lowest ones.
Yeah, they just reduced it. So and also base attack speed plays into it now too, because every hero doesn't have the same base attack speed. So I'm not entirely sure on that, but he's got one of the best attack animations in the game now, as well as like the literal best stat gain in the entire game.
Yeah, in total, like total stats, not in
It's it's like 10,
Radiant's middle tower is under
9.8
attack.
stat gain
Yeah,
total,
it's insane.
which is crazy. Good attack range too. He's on the higher end of attack
Radiant's
range.
middle tower has fallen.
They were just dumb. It's dumb that we're reducing Dota these days to just like how there's just big stat sticks in this hero.
Well,
you don't even look at their abilities.
The thing is, it's because like even in pub play, but we'll talk competitive. Like
Sure.
people have gotten so good at the game. Like every team,
Even in pub play.
yeah, even
Even
every
your heralds.
yeah, seriously, people pull people do all sorts of stuff that didn't exist in even like legend or ancient pubs 5 years ago. And in competitive play, it's the same thing. You ask any of the players about how like tier 2 is, and like the big difference between tier 2 and tier 1 is not what people know. It's like discipline, it's attitude, it's they have a coach. Like it's these sorts of things. You
That's
know what
true.
I mean? It's not like
Communication.
oh only this one team knows what cutting creep waves is. You know, it's like think about that. Like you could cut creep waves. You could cut the first creep wave in Dota
It's not hard to do.
for 10 years before it got nerfed, and nobody did it. People didn't pull for God's sakes.
Rider. That's true, actually. There's a BKB activated immediately to get rid of the Dream Coil. They get the lasso. They want to maximize
He's
that
got
time.
on this.
Well
He
done.
should be fine.
Is that why he was doubting on it? Ooh, the hook shot! Trying to cox it back. Turns into a pink though. Something inside the bikes here as Avalanche wants the tree. They throw onto it and look at Watson. He's just fighting back. Now with the 4 stats, he's capable of getting away. We do hear a rupture. And it was onto Watson, who's now forced to BKB so he can complete that TP. They get the Abyssal Blade proc though with the overgrowth. Immediately spell by the Manta style. Watson's dead inside his own trees. Another little piglet is the puck. He can survive here. And poor Kataomi, he gets overgrowth by the Rubick, which means he's stuck. He might get the kill in exchange for his own life as Fishman does get attacked thanks to the Shivas. Ghosts are after him, but Fishman is a tree, and Ghosts cannot possess trees. So they go back.
2 for 2. Losing Watson is definitely worse for Entity there. I think, by the way, the reason that Katomi jumped in to kill the Rubick is specifically to stop the overgrowth. Yeah, like he needed to kill the hero. It's probably worth that trade as Nightfall keeps out successfully here.
Oh, Scythe is a Stormstormer. I was surprised. I saw the Scythe in this fight. Stormstormer went for Scythe.
Yeah, I thought I clicked on Watson. I was like, oh, surely Watson's got a Scythe. Nope, all you know, carry items. He is building a Scythe next.
I actually thought it was
Dire's
Toby.
middle tower
I mean,
is
it
under
seems
attack.
crazy
It
because
could be
he's so
Toby,
poor.
yeah.
But what else do you build? Apparently, Hurricane
Pike BKB, yeah.
Shard, man.
Chat items.
It is chat items.
The shard is great. I mean, just stealing 4 int per kill is like just crazy. I mean, that alone could probably be the shard.
Now as an offlaner, like the utility that provides an extra silence, that's kind of a surprise to the enemy team as well. Because what are they like Archer? They count your glaives to know when the silence is coming?
Yeah.
Let's be realistic. In the middle of a fight, you're not really counting them.
No. Stormstormer did press his BKB there.
Dire's
Some
middle tower is
scuffle,
under
GPK.
attack.
Yeah, just make sure that he doesn't get caught. GPK's after him, though.
He actually, yeah, was looking for him.
And we just say 60 minutes, and we're at 45, so our prediction's pretty
We're
accurate.
getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. And it doesn't... Once again, going back to the Bloodseeker scaling, I'm not 100% sure how that interacts with Nature's Prophet, because Nature's is pretty insane when it comes to scaling. But we saw that last fight. Like, he's doing a lot of damage, man. 2 Rupture charges to work with now, too.
I will give you one thing that I think does improve the Bloodseeker scaling a lot. His
talents?
damage. Yeah, his talents and this new refresher build he discovered.
Radiant
The fact they get
are
4 ruptures. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not very new. It's like, I don't know, 1 or 2 patches old.
Well, because before you had to go for the Aghanim Scepter to get
Exactly.
this, and now you just get it by being a carry, by having levels. And so you get the refresher, you already get the double Blacking Bar, the double Abyssal Blade, double everything, and then 4 Ruptures. Like,
That was insane.
excuse me? What the hell?
Good luck to your 4-staffs. Well, who are you 4-staffing? I guess the train, because he's the only one not ruptured.
Right, entire enemy team gets Ruptured. Yeah, it's pretty insane. I mean, yeah, I think going back to Bloodseeker scaling, looking at it more is insane.
Oh, they now have some tools to silence. That's another issue with Silencer, which the game hasn't really addressed, which is neutrals, right? Tons of neutrals, as you get especially into tier 4, do have the spells, and that makes the global silence not feel as impactful.
Yeah.
He has the mini cyclone. I always forget what it's called. Oh, Crafter, thank you.
I think, like, a big reason that the Silencer 5 fell off a bit is
The neutrals?
the neutrals help out, but then also, like, Reeves becoming more popular.
Okay.
Lotus becoming more popular as well. Like, you're playing into tree, so, like, Lotus is good as well. Outright is very popular. Lotus is good against that, so...
Sure, that's true.
Dispels really destroy the Silencer. You're 100% right about that. And then, once these later neutrals come out, so many of them dispel.
It was just sad, because Silencer used to be that hero, at least the 5, that was great for late game team because a 6-second global silence was so meaningful. He could force out BKBs.
I will say, I do think late game Silencer, not as a core, is still great in team fights because you can't dispel the Arcane Curse with funny talent. But he didn't go for that. He's playing around the Glaives of Wisdom because he's core.
What did you get?
10% Glaives of Wisdom damage.
No way that's worth over the Arcane Curse being undispellable, just because you're a core. How much more damage is that per hit?
He's a Giga Chad, dude. He's a
No,
Giga
that's
Chad.
16 more damage a glaive.
Yeah, pure damage, bro. Hell yeah, dog.
So, how much damage is Arcane Curse? We'll just calculate this for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
It's what, 52, right? So let's say it's undispellable. Let's say you get the full duration. Otherwise, you would get half, right? Let's say it's 6 seconds, so you only get 3. So to just deal 150 damage, you would need to hit with around 10 glaives.
But on each glaive, you're stealing int.
No, I guess each glaive is a little... So, okay,
Putting a little bit more.
yes, but this 10% means
it's
that on the 10th glaive, you get 1 more damage off this talent.
That is, dude, if you put it like that, when you put it like that,
It's pretty pathetic, man.
yeah.
Oh, wait, no, the insta went up because the shard. No, I'm wrong, right? Because the shard goes up to 5. So every second glaive, you get 1 damage off this talent. That actually doesn't feel that bad.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I forgot the shard also increases the insta.
I don't think he's thinking about it that much.
No, not at all. But, you know, now we're starting with an actual team fight. They caught the Bloodseeker. Pure's dead. And we managed to save all this downtime until Pure died again. So now let's find another weird interaction, Jenkins, that we can talk about for 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm joking. There's a Roche fight, you fool. What are you doing?
Okay, I was really looking
Are
for
you
one.
serious?
That's Watson, by the way. He has the remove teleportation, so he's gonna see that all of Bet Boom's heading over to the
Remove
Roche pit.
teleportation cooldown, yeah.
He's gonna hit
Oh, they caught Stormstormer. Hogs. Because the BKB does not. It's on cooldown, which means they kill, potentially, Cryptswarm. Everything for it. There's too many 4-staffs. And they didn't rupture him in time because, of course, the Bloodseeker's dead. So now, if the TP was in trouble, you also have the Rubick just dying because he got tossed back. Massive toss back.
The leash?
And because of the leash, the puck can't get out. The Aeon doesn't help him. Nothing can help this puck. This little mischievous fairy has laid his last bit of dust.
Now that is a fantastic talent, the leash, against the late game puck, man.
I mean, no static resistance, no spell.
No, he just put it right on the phase shift, and he knows as soon as he comes out of that, he's going to be stuck. That's only the second Roshan in a 50-minute game. That's kind of crazy.
The train just got a shard off this run.
No, he had it. I think he's
Oh, he's just bringing it. Okay.
couriering it.
I was surprised by that.
Wait, is it because everybody has their shard?
No, because
No,
Nature doesn't.
Katomi does not have their shard.
Neither does Nature's Pro.
And neither does Nature's. Okay, surely Watson takes it, right?
Must be Watson, yeah.
As, okay, there's the leash. Not like Death Prophet can get out anyway.
No, she's dead. And look,
dead.
Watson is just,
He's under attack.
they just TP'd in the middle of the base as Daedalus. Goodbye, Rubick. That's the one shot.
That, yeah, that was 1,300 damage right there.
That was. Kataomi is still looking for more kills, but doesn't have Aetherland, so kind of hard toss back. They gave him the shard, by the way, not Watson. Permanent tree, sure, whatever.
Kataomi is just, I mean, this guy's like the best tiny player in the world. Just give him the shard. After TI, I'm totally willing to die on that hill, but he is the best tiny.
Over Skullfield?
Yes.
Wow.
Dude, his late game tiny, his Daedalus Aghanims, like, he's the reason that build became.
That's true. He was, yeah, okay. I can see that. Skullfield isn't quite thick. He's more of a field tiny, whereas Kataomi actually innovates a little bit more.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
He's yeah, trying to dive in, save, hooks to pure.
That doesn't feel good though.
No, it doesn't.
I still have ages on Watson. You haven't dealt with him, and Watson's not even walking anymore. This man is like a personal driver.
Dude, it's so nice having a TP. Like, you don't need. You could be 0 move speed.
Yeah, you could. You can actually sell his boots. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, he did sell.
He did sell his boots. Great. He knows. He knows how to deal with this here.
Okay.
Ruptured though.
4 ruptures to work with, by the way.
It's okay. He has no boots, so he can't really go that far.
That is true. He can just
TP.
He can TP Fountain and then TP immediately back. So it's kind of a rupture counter.
Yeah, actually, he's Tinker.
It's definitely a rupture counter. He's not even going to TP to Fountain. He's going to TP to Ancients.
Too far. As he lifesteals as well.
What do you
carry wave, man.
What do you need gold for? He's 14,000 gold, bro. 15,000 gold. He's going to buy stuff. That's what he's doing. Yeah, that'll be a refresher.
You might as well buy Ags as well.
Honestly, get a Moon Shard at this point.
You want the Ags? An extra root? It feels pretty good.
He can have both, dude. He can get both, and I'd still have buyback.
I mean, I like the refresher first for sure. He sold his Midas.
Yeah, because the thing is, he can TP back to Fountain, refresh, and then TP back into the fight.
He's doing a thing where he just wants to be really rich. You just say he's the richest man in the game.
Yeah, that is.
Now we're using that money on anything.
Usually when you see a
he's
hero...
the Warren Buffett of this game.
Oh yeah, Warren Buffett for sure. When you see a hero with 42,000 net worth, there's usually like a free Roshan item that they got. He didn't take one.
Watson, stop eating McDonald's. Please, just go buy your Ags. It's fine. Or your Moon Shard.
That is the biggest lie, by the way, that this guy eats. Nobody lives to 80 eating that.
He does.
Fast food. Bullshit.
Yeah, he does.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, he does.
That's one of those billionaire lies.
I've served him for years. He used to come to mine all the time. He's like, I like your voice. That's how I started casting. Got scattered by Warren Buffett.
Yeah, he's a huge Dota fan.
He's a huge Dota fan.
Plays with Gabe Newell. They just have this like millionaire 5-stack.
It's true, actually.
5-stack worth like $1 trillion. Bill Gates is in there as well.
Yeah. The winners of TI get to fight against them in a 5v5.
Right.
And they've never won. Only team that got close was Tundra.
Right. In a real life fight. Yeah, which of course the billionaires are going to win because they have those like mech suits. Right? like Iron Man.
That's true. That's a little known fact about billionaires.
So they always lose. They always lose.
They all have a mech suit. Yeah. Why do you think OpenAI that must go? They went into Dota first, man.
They've
always been part of this.
That is absolutely right.
The final DPC boss. Okay, actually buy something though, Watson. This joke is running its course.
It really is. I want to see him buy something.
Buy something.
He bought a Moon Shard.
Okay. He's not going to go for the Axe. Imagine having this much gold and not wanting to buy the shard. What does that say about the ability?
And he had a free shard that he could have taken, and Kataomi took it, so...
I think that's fine. You have enough gold. You don't need free stuff. Stop giving him handouts.
Fair. Yeah, that's actually... That is a good argument. He doesn't need handouts.
Yeah. He's made his own fortune.
Watson doesn't come across to me as like the greedy type carry player. I know like gameplay-wise
he only plays things like Terrorblade.
But as like a person, he doesn't come across as like, you know, give me the items, give me the... He's like, you know, freak carry players.
I did hear that he let you in front of him in the elevator, which was very cordial of him.
He did, yeah. I'm a huge Watson fan. I've been preaching this guy for a long time.
He is very talented. Extremely talented. You know what's weird is that the person who scouted him was Dendi of all people.
Yeah.
Dendi was the first person.
Dendi has been a great talent scout recently, actually.
No, in general. Dendi has had a really good eye for Eastern European talent. A lot of young talent comes from his team.
Just in general, like in NA, he's got Moose on his team. I think Moose is probably, like, he's one of the most underrated POS 4 players.
I told him that, so that's not...
Did you? Really? He's a great player.
He's a great player. I think I value him very
Everybody that knows about him thinks he's amazing.
He's amazing.
It's just that people don't know about him.
His understanding of the game is also really high. It's very, like, the way he talks to the game is very satisfying. He's a very mature individual.
Yeah.
Interviews with him are very satisfying.
He's a future tier 1 player. I'm pretty confident in that.
He just needs a team that makes him shine.
Yeah.
But anyway, Big has the talent that they've scouted tons of Eastern European talent. Like a lot of the Hog stack that was there, Bedlam last season, a couple of players now that are coming into Division 1 and Division 2, like all those started out on Big. And that team is incredible. The only time they didn't scout any talent is when they had a Brazilian Big. That was the one mess up.
Oh, yeah,
listening to Astini, who's one of our analysts.
Oh yeah, he doesn't know shit. That's why he's here. Like the only. There's a lot of bait iterations.
They have. It's
been a lot.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Can't hate on that team, man. That team is composed of passion and passion alone.
Yeah. As Save is passionately just shooting rockets off cooldown.
Okay, he bought Butterfly. All right, that's just. Sure.
Oh, this bro.
Is this the thing where he just changes items in the middle of a fight?
Nah, dude, I've done this on Nature's Prophet.
So what's
you
the point?
think this is gonna be sick? Oh, it's a big regret.
What is it? What is the logic?
The butterfly, it's just you're like, okay, it gives me attack speed. It gives me armor. Like it's a way for you to like win the 1v1 carry matchup.
Sure.
Oh, it doesn't work. But he's got so much gold to work with. Like he can sell it and just buy the next item anyway. It's like
is it better than Gleipnir though?
Probably not. I don't.
I guess he puts Gleipnir in place of Refresher, I suppose.
Like this is like first world problems he's experiencing. He's got so many items. Like, what is my 8th item here, guys? Like, oh, whatever. I'll go Butterfly.
And he goes Axe next.
Yeah.
Still no shard though.
I do feel vindicated by this though. He has a Butterfly because I did this in open qualifiers for Spartan Studios and we lost horribly.
And Fartus Chase, shout out at you for doing that.
No, actually, I did not get flamed for that one.
Huh.
He was very respectful. I think he was also feeding, so.
That tends to humble people if everyone's doing badly.
Yeah, it does.
What you want in a team is actually for everyone to do well or badly, but to lose or win together, right?
Yeah.
What really breaks unity if you have 1 or 2 good
one
players.
guy owning and then,
that's not good.
So I don't want to jinx it. It's 56-36. So we got a few minutes left.
Oh, GPK.
60-minute items.
You said I don't want to jinx it, and GPK just did a crazy play. He almost went there.
Nah, he's got
he's
got Eon. Like he's super.
Well, no, because he get to get sprouted.
Oh, you're right. Actually, you're right.
No, that was crazy.
He does have to be careful.
Get a quelling blade for this late game.
What the hell does he do? Actually, I mean, 3 minutes he can get force boots.
Sure, that's true. And Lincoln's will help.
Yeah,
that does proc sprout. Actually, it doesn't proc though if you're in phase shift, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's actually like a counter to you if you phase shift, because then he can sprout you.
Wow. That's gonna mess with his muscle memory a bunch.
That is so weird.
Okay. So they just got a bunch of vision off rockets there, so they go for smoke.
What is the timing here?
57 minutes, 26 seconds.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, perfect time to go for smoke. And they're going for like a long wraparound. My God, they don't have the tier 1 tower. I'm realizing at 57 minutes into the game.
In 38 seconds.
Which means this is kind of an unexpected wraparound.
This is the ultimate Green Protector.
Never mind, Toronto Tokyo broke his smoke. That is not unexpected. They know exactly where they are.
How did he break it? Did he walk too close to the tower?
I think so. Yeah, I think
and he's just TP. That was a shame TP right there.
Oh, yeah.
He was the first to TP.
It's like, guys, I'm showing anyway. Yes, you are, bro.
Okay, we are getting a 60-minute game. Thanks to Toronto Tokyo breaking a smoke too early. It is actually insane that the tier 1 tower is still alive. Green Protector is dumb, Jenkins. He's just a dumb. Why is it full HP? Why? He's the repair kit of the current meta.
I will say, Fishman, I'm looking at you. This tower's not full HP.
That's true, actually.
It's got a little sliver.
It's triggering my OCD.
Fishman, get on that. Nothing's happening. Use that armor. It's because he doesn't even expect to have the tier 1 up at this point. He's like, just take it. I don't give a shit.
Why is it still up, guys?
Yeah.
It is crazy that we could predict exactly which one would be the 60-minute series. And we've been saying this all day. Like, every caster you talk to knew this would be a long series because of how the both teams like to play. Okay. Can they catch some? No, it's impossible, right? He has Aeon Disc. They have no Sprout nearby. But all these resources would just secure the road. So we have a second lasso, and now there's no Aeon Disc. Stormer. He was onto him the whole time. And stormed. Now Rupture, that's the first one of them. Aeon Disc as well for the time. He can walk for the time being. Now he's bleeding to death again. He's just trying to survive best he can, but there's not much chances for him as Watson starts to wail on them. But look at the Bloodseeker. Oh my God, Watson's going down. Activates Satanic, but there's still Scotty on him. He matches him as well. watson is getting low enough. Who's gonna win? It's gonna be watson. Still had the Aegis in his possession. So it's a full victory for him as they force a buyback from the Bloodseeker. Now going for the Rubick next. dota2, who previously broke his smoke. He's now trying to break the enemy team. We get another Rupture. GPK still on the run. The Ruptures with Kataomi, who can't catch a break. They just tossed it because toss requires no target, and Pure has no place to run. He's down for the count, and now it's time for Entity to take the rest of the team down as Save falls, and the poor Death Prophet is the next target. Just BKB, but there's not enough time. The GG is called. They acknowledge Entity is the superior team right as we hit the 16-minute mark.
So you were right. Eventually, you were right.